The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.
You don't know my ID 나를 검색했다 다친 We still low-key, you don't see me when I low-key 넌 몰랐다 다친지 방심하다 감기 걸려 넌 마스크를 내렸었지 너의 방식 달지 팍디 우리 마스크들 올려 거위 솔직히 여기 벗어나 흔적이 안 남아 너의 노래 지문도 안 남은 번호를 담아 내 고프는 폭탄을 날려 3일들이 우리 잠아 너가 저장한 번호 fake shit like 네가 어제 만든 음악 It's only one way up I don't wanna see your number 네가 pick up in the color 아이들은 너에게 나빠 So gonna ask for our info go listen 초독창이 대신 써줘 신상한 녀석들이 프레셔를 김부터 쓰니 줘 서로 그 ID 그게 우리 기
of 2023, London. You arrive in London.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, go ahead.
How does that go? What happens?
There's nobody there to pick me up, and it's not a big deal. I just got on the tube, and I was like, adventure, you know? And
you have to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, but that part was fun. But it's completely irresponsible as a company to, you know, leave somebody stranded at the airport. But, you know, I understand the sentiments. You know, people, you know, all the smarties on Twitter, like, oh, can't you just take an Uber? Will you, big crybaby? I never cried about it once. Not once.
How do people find out about these things?
Well, there were fans on the tube.
Okay.
They're taking pictures.
Okay.
You know, like I'm sitting there, I'm just sitting on the tube, and I'm just like, this is neat.
You feel like adult?
I'm still the guy. When I fly in and out of Chicago, I take the Blue Line home.
Right.
I'm not trying to, you know, be super fancy and shit like that.
Where are you backstage? Jack Perry's on screen, and he says, "Real glass. Why don't you cry about it?" Where are you when this is said?
I was in my locker room.
Did you feel like that was directed at you?
Yes.
Why?
It obviously was directed at me.
Well, because, okay, so for those that may not know, apparently he had a trip planned. He wanted to use glass. You were consulted. You said, why would you use glass? Correct me, you lived it. So I'm trying to bring people up to speed.
This is one of those things where it's just like, there's all these rumors about NDAs.
Yes.
There's a big difference between not being allowed to talk about some shit or just not wanting to talk about some shit. I don't necessarily want to litigate this again.
You say again, you've never talked about it publicly, but
no,
you mean like
I guess I
drumming it
haven't,
up.
but that's the thing. So Tony's big idea was separate show. We're going to separate everybody. And I said, that'll never work. Just let me go. Just get me out of here. Just pay me my money. I've already been off TV. I hurt this arm. Just get me out of here. You know, no, can't let you go. Why? Just let me go. Who cares? It's best. I mean, these guys don't want me here. This isn't a real business. This isn't a business predicated on making money, drawing money, selling tickets, you know, doing business. It's not what it was sold to me as. So let me go. No, I can't let you go. I'm going to do this new show. You're going to have blah, blah, blah. And then the second day we have this show, I'm sitting in catering, minding my own business, and Tony Schiavone comes and gets me, and he's like, hey, I really need your help. And I was like, what? He's like, Jack is, you know, cussing me out, and he's cussed out Mike Mansuri, and he cussed out Daryl from production, and he's cussing out the doctor right now. Why? What? And I was immediately like, dude isn't supposed to be here. You know, I was told people are getting separated, so there's not problems, and you don't want me involved in this because just like everything else I've explained before, like, y'all need to handle this, because if you don't, I'm going to handle it, and you're not going to like the way I handle it. Prophetic words. So he's begging me, now please, he drags me out of catering, I go up, Hook and Jack are doing an angle. I don't know anything about Jack going on vacation. All I know is there's a litany of people that don't want, they work one day a week and they don't want to. So they want to show up and wrestle and then film vignettes and then sit at home for 4 weeks. Great, not my company. Do what you want. But not on my show. That was my attitude. So I said, Tony, you really want me doing this? Yeah. And I walked up to Jack, and he was sitting in a car. What he wanted to do, it was a rental car. What he wanted to do was smash the window of the rental car with a pipe. And I was just like, it's a rental car. And I very politely, because I like Jack, I was just like, Doc's told you no, Daryl's told you no, Mike's told you no, Shivani's told you no, and now I have to tell you no. And apparently you've cussed them all out. So I'm telling you no. We don't do that here. If you want to do this, go to Wednesday and do it. Right? And he had no problem. He said, okay. He said, well, I just thought it was a really cool idea. And I said, it might be, but this is a rental car. Boys ruin it for the boys. You're going to smash the window of a rental car and you're going to return it with no fucking window. And now whatever national budget hurts, whatever is going to be like, don't rent cars to pro wrestlers anymore. This is a thing that's happened.
Right.
This is, so I wasn't trying to throw my weight around. I wasn't like, this is my show and you gotta get out of here. I was just like, this is fucking dumb, man. And he wanted to do it so he didn't have to fly back to Canada. And I, sorry, man. We're privileged to be in this business. We're privileged to do this for a living. Like, I get it. I didn't want to go to Canada either. All the flights were delayed, canceled. Everybody's travel sucked. But to come to this new show when everyone's supposed to be separated, to get rid of all the drama, and then, swearing at the doctor because the doctor's like, it's real glass. You're gonna, like, shit's gonna go in your eye. Like, and I get it. I used to be that kid that was like young and I want to do this, but there's a safe way to do it. And I politely explained that to him. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cuss at him. I was just like, I very much just said, we don't do that here. This is Saturday. It's a different show. If you want to do stuff like this, do it on Wednesday. That was it. I didn't think there was going to be a problem. He obviously took something very business-minded, very personally. And that's fine, because I've done that before too. But it's very much who he's friends with. And, shit never got squashed. Nobody's in charge. And it turned into what it turned into.
So he says that, clearly a shot at you, as you said. Match is over, he goes to the back, what happens?
I went to Tony, and I was just like...
Which Tony, by the way?
Khan.
Okay.
And I was like, please handle that. Like, please. And he was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I'm not telling you what to do. Just be the boss, please. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I told you this was a mistake. And I told you separate shows wasn't going to work, and now we're all here, and, please handle it. Because if you don't, you're not going to like the way I handle it.
Did he handle it?
No.
So you did?
Yes.
What happened?
Jack came back from his match. I was the next match. I'm sitting there. And I got people with me. I'm not going to say who they are, because I got a lot of friends who work there, and I wish them all well, and I don't want them to be punished because they're friends with me. And I walk up to him, and I'm just like, Jack, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit, like on TV, And he's just like, well, if you got a problem about it, do something about it. And I was just like, man, come on, man. I'll fucking kill you. Like, what are we doing, And it just, it's like Chael says, sometimes you just can't let you get close, I thought I was doing a responsible thing, I didn't punch anybody. I just choked somebody a little bit. Samoa Joe was there. Told me to stop, and then I quit. I turned to Tony and I said, this place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown, I quit. I went to my room, and then Joe and Jerry Lynn came and got me, and they're like, let's just go out there and kill it. And I was just too fired up, and I'm fired up now, and I'm probably gonna regret, talking about all this shit, but that's what happened.
Okay, so for those that don't know, you actually did go out and wrestle.
Yes.
Is that all just a blur for you, that match? Do you even remember?
No, that match is I was just like, this is the last time I'm ever going to wrestle Samoa Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is my last match in this company.
You knew that?
Yeah, I quit. I said, I fucking quit.
So why did you even go out?
For Joe.
Right.
For Joe, for Paul Turner, the referee, for Jerry Lynn, the agent on the match, because I, respect him, and I thought it was the professional thing to do. all the fans, a lot of fans there.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of them to see me, so go out there and give them a show.
100,000 fans, right?
I don't know. You have to check the turnstile count.
And so
Where's Elijah? Where are you?
I was sick. You don't know my ID. 나를 검색했다 다친. We still low key. You don't see me when I low key. 넌 몰랐다 다친지. 방심하다 감기 걸려. 넌 마스크를 늘었었지. 너의 방식 달지 팍디. 우리 마스크들 올려 거위. 손쉽게 여기 벗어나. 흔적이 안 남아. 너의 노래 지문도 안 남은 번호를 담아. 내 오픈은 폭탄을.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PWC WrestleMania XL post-game show. I am your host, Jimmy T. That is the wrestling mojo himself, MediaM5. Now, that was a longer intro than usual. I didn't mean to do that as long as it was. I thought I had a 5-minute version, but instead I had a 10-minute version. But that's all right. It explained everything anyway. But, Mikey, yeah, I know. But, Mikey, why I played that, it was to prove, because a lot of AEW neckbeards on the Twitter or the X, whatever you want to call it, are saying that Punk lied. He didn't lie. He actually said exactly what he said and what he did. Am I wrong? Wake up, Mikey. God damn it. All right.
Oh, you mean who gives a shit? All right. Anyway, yeah, you should have gotten the shorter version, bro.
I didn't mean to do that, dude. That's why I said 5 minutes to you off the air, but I watched the condensed version. I thought I had the same version, but it wasn't it. But it was too late by then.
Now, as far as the footage you show that was supposedly the video, what did you see?
I saw what Punk actually fucking said. It's exactly what he said. He didn't hit him. People think, and this is what does my head in, man.
Right.
People like on Twitter trying to argue with me, trying to tell me that he lied and that he punched Jack Perry. He didn't punch him. He pushed him and then got him in a friggin' headlock of some sort. You know what I mean? That's all he did. And look, we didn't hear any audio, so there's no context. But it's obvious that fucking little Jack Perry said some bullshit that sort of pissed off Punk, hence the reaction.
Well, them putting up the video, I mean, just proves, well, A, like you said, he wasn't lying. But B, they had nothing else to put up but what actually happened. As far as anything else, when they were talking at the very beginning, he said, if you have a problem with Perry, it's you. No, it's not anybody. If many people in the industry have voiced their disdain for how this kid may act, that's not on them. That's on him. I mean, if it was maybe one or two people, then yeah, there's an issue. If not, it's them. I'll admit, though, what they did by using it to go into them discussing the pay-per-view, some people think it was corny, stupid, or whatever. I thought it was kind of clever a little bit.
Really?
They did deliver. They did show footage, so that's not a lie. Except for what they did was they used it to turn it around to promote and give attention to their pay-per-view. With then FTR coming to the ring, trying to use this situation to make things look realistic, and then talking about their match at Dynasty. So, I mean, I'll give them credit.
How is that clever, though? But how? How is that clever?
What do you mean, how is that clever? They use that
Why is it
opportunity
clever?
of a real life situation to talk about their upcoming tag team match at Dynasty. I mean, what do you mean, how is it clever? They use
That's
their own
not fucking
TV
clever,
time
bro.
to talk about it.
Yeah, but if Punk didn't say what he said last week, you think they would have showed that? I highly doubt it.
Well, no.
Right.
But
so that's not clever to me. That's just petty and immature and childish, man. And I'm not saying that because I'm a WWE fucking bot or whatever they fucking call the WWE bots these days. It has nothing to do with that, because if it was the other way around, if Punk was lying, I would have pointed that out.
But regardless of what he was lying or not, they turned everything around and used it to make a promo to build a match at Dynasty.
Right.
So for me, that's all I care about. That was a smart thing to do. Now, did he get me interested in the match? No, because
their buy rates,
huh?
their buy rates are gonna go up for Dynasty.
Not at all.
Exactly. So,
but yet pointless. I'm not the one to rush. I'm not one to rush and buy an AEW pay-per-view anyway. Nor do I do that with WWE. Now, that others may. Others may find it interesting because of what was said inside the ring by FTR to really want to see this match. But again, that's all this was for, was just to promote their match. Again, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that's what they say, but you damn know that's not why they fucking showed that shit. All this does for them is make them look even more childish, even more petty, sad, and just stupid, man. If they think this is gonna like make them or show them in good light, they're tripping. They're tripping hard. There's no fuck. I'm telling you, man, there's no way how this makes them look good. If anything, we all predicted how silly this is gonna look. And I hate to say it, but they look silly. Absolutely silly.
What was it that made them look silly? They delivered on showing video footage.
Right, but they're butthurt, man. All it did was justify what CM Punk said.
But they weren't butthurt. They were acting in the beginning with what they were saying, just to build and promote the match. They were acting.
Smoke and mirrors, bro. That's what it was, man.
I know, but still, I didn't see him as butthurt. I saw him being, I'll use your term, cheeky idiots.
Yeah, well, they are cheeky idiots, right? But it just look, if the Bucks want to generate fucking cheap heat, cool. This doesn't only generate cheap heat. All it does is give them fucking go away heat, and they've already got a lot of that as it is. But now,
so more will go away. That's all.
Yeah, but when I say go away heat, I mean the fans truly. Look, I don't know about the AEW marktards because that seems like a different fan base altogether. But in general, all this does is make people just despise the Bucks. This is not doing anything for their legacy. And like I said, the best thing they could have done was just not acknowledge it at all, because then it's he say, she say type of bullshit. You know what I mean?
All right.
But instead, you just justify Punk's words.
Then Khan should have put the kibosh. But he didn't, didn't he?
No, continue.
No, I just said what I did. He did. He didn't he?
Yeah, man, this is just pathetic.
Right.
I don't know, man. But
so there you go.
Yeah, here you go, Zane. I acknowledge you. Happy? Haha. There you go. The Common King's also in the house. What up, Todd? What's cracking? Well, Homeboy 88 is also in the house. What up? And also Liz is in the house saying it didn't build any equity for AEW and it made TK look like a child who got their toy taken away and now he's throwing a temper tantrum. Exactly, Liz. Thank you. Exactly what she said, bro. Is exactly how it makes them look. And sure, it might pop a rating, right? Well, just this week.
It's not really popping anything.
It probably won't. Look,
they did it right before the quarter hour ended. It's not really gaining or garnering them anything.
That's when people drop off, though, generally with AEW.
Usually.
Right. So they probably try to, hold on to them. But
This whole thing begins and ends with Khan. That's it.
Well,
All right,
yeah.
let's talk about
But-
WrestleMania now.
And we will, but let me just say one more thing. Make no mistake about it, man, right? Yeah, it's TK all the way, but it's also the Bucks, all right? You know what I mean? It's also the fucking Bucks, and they just all look like clowns, and all this is doing is hurting their product, hurting their business. And if people can't see, because like I said, man, they're saying all over Twitter that Punk lied. I said, here's the fucking evidence. Tell me when he's lying. Right? And they haven't said shit. They can't even respond to that. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people try to justify their bullshit. You can't. It's as simple as that, man. You cannot justify this shit.
Some
They're
people
full of shit.
lead with their mouth open and eyes closed. Some people follow with their eyes open and mouth closed.
Bunch of clowns, bro. Simple as that. Bunch of clowns. That's all I want to say about it anymore. I had to acknowledge it because it was important to point out who's lying and who's not. That's all I'm saying. Mike.
Okay. You're happy now. You got that out of your system.
I'm not happy because it's stupid, man. This is just dumb.
Okay. Are you
That's
content?
all I'll say about it. With what? What they showed?
No, with what you just accomplished.
No, not really.
Okay, then let's talk about Mania.
Anyway, man, look, I just want to say, look, well, we got someone that agrees with you, Mike, which is Todd.
Oh, I can't see shit.
Well, open your eyes, man. God damn it. Todd
Dude, I got two fucking cataracts. What do you want me to open my eyes? They are open. I still can't see.
Anyway, I won't answer that question. But anyway, Todd says it's in the past. All parties should move on, but more so AEW. Absolutely more so. Come on,
Right.
Todd. Doesn't this make them look like clowns? Seriously. They could have just left it alone, man. But yeah, we are here to talk Mania. It's a few days late, but nevertheless, we're here to talk about it, and we'll skip past day one sort of thing. And you know what? I'll be honest. I actually missed this match because it was daylight savings for us, the end of daylight savings, which totally fucked me up. And I thought it was starting at a certain time because, see, generally all wrestling PLEs and pay-per-views in general start at 12 midday my time, right? And because of this, now they start at 9 a.m. my time, which fucked me up big time. But instead, I started watching at 10 a.m. So I missed the Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley match. But from what I'm hearing, and Rhea Ripley did retain her women's championship, that was pretty obvious. But from what I'm hearing, the match kind of sucked. But I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
I wouldn't say suck. I would say more like safe. To me, it looked like they were playing it safe as they went along, listening to the crowd, and seemed like they got the okay to go longer. So, I mean, normally, I guess the slotted time is 15 to 20 minutes. I think they went a little longer than that. I don't know. I don't have a stopwatch. I don't expect nobody to count the match with a stopwatch fucking either. But I know they went a little longer, and that was fine with me. I was happy with the end result.
Did the match deliver? Did Ripley
I think it
dominate?
delivered. I think it got the point across.
Sure, everybody is happy with the end result. And
yeah, well, mainly because nobody wanted fucking Becky Lynch to win the title. They're tired of her.
Well, not just tired of it, dude, but let's be honest, okay? And I hate to say this, right? But since she had her kid, she certainly hasn't been the man. She just comes across as a mother now. And she's lost so much weight, man. She's way too skinny. She's got no, bulk anymore. Not that she had a lot of bulk, but she was kind of masculine, if you know what I mean. She looked the part a lot more compared to how she does now.
She looked a little more meek than I guess she has in the past. Her build has fluctuated. If you ask me, the best I think she ever looked was when she was in NXT or when she was doing her fucking steampunk gimmick. Looked a little more healthier
than
build. Oh yeah, overall.
She does. She kind of does look gaunt these days, bro.
Well, sometimes that's what happens when you have a child and you're an athlete. You know, you lose body weight, you lose muscle tone.
Look, and she's done. Look, she's done well, I'm sure. I mean, to lose all that baby fat, if you know what I mean, after having a kid.
Oh, she did phenomenal.
She
did what most women kill to do.
I don't know, but she seems. I mean, right? You can't even tell. Right? No, for sure, and you can't tell that she even had a kid, to be honest. But she just doesn't come across as the same. And realistically, let's be real now. I don't care even if Becky Lynch was at her peak. Does she look like realistically she can get one on Mummy? I mean, come on.
No, not really.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And Liz says in the chat that apparently she said in an interview that now she's not able to keep weight on where before she had issues with her weight. Interesting. I haven't seen that interview that you tell me about there, Liz, but thank you for telling us. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's got a thyroid problem then. I mean,
I don't know, and I actually don't care.
It kind of sounds like that, but anyway, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't care. That's her. What do you call it? Issue and body.
Narrative.
Whatever.
I'm just putting it out there. It says, though, probably best for Becky and Seth to take time off. I agree, but I don't like it because couldn't you at least have them do or say something on Raw after Mania? Or this week on SmackDown, including Roman Reigns? Because apparently Roman is also going to take time off for God knows how long. Right? And I just think, back in the day, right, even during the Attitude Era, you never had guys taking time off right after a loss like this. I mean, come on.
Only if they were hurt.
Take time off now?
Maybe it's a different time.
And Reigns has been... I don't look, dude. I don't know, bro. I just think that a lot of them are a bit soft. I'm not against them taking time off. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they could have done something. Like, for example, with Seth, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but I just got to point it out. He's got his shit with Punk and Drew, right? You'd think. But we're going to pretend that's not a thing, and now we're just going to go with Punk and Drew for now. I don't know, man. Like, just do something. Even, like, for example, he should go after Cody, right? Think about it. He helped Cody. He was his shield, literally. Like, literally, even though he looked like a clown. But still, he was his shield. He could have at least confronted Cody and said, I did my part, now you owe me. You know what I mean? He didn't even do that.
Are we jumping ahead?
Because he lost his belt. Cody won his belt, so...
Right.
No, I'm just pointing out what Seth could have done, but he didn't.
Well, all right. I'm still stuck on Becky and what you were mentioning. Becky, this is a new day and age.
Sorry,
okay, it's not like a decade or three ago where people could wrestle 340 days a year.
I get that.
Not take off and fuck up their whole bodies. All right. Whether or not Becky is eating, having a kid, doing anything, she could use this time to heal. If she's taking off, whatever she's doing, that's on her. She takes the time to heal. That's fine. Whatever she takes the time off for, she's taking it off. At least use it to heal. I'm sure she'll come back all right. She looked good when she came back from the baby. All right, but a lot of people are stuck infatuated on looks.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong.
When you're in the cosmetic industry, it's something you can see right away. Okay, it's common knowledge when you're a woman and an athlete. it's hard for you to keep body fat. Therefore, that's your whole figure. Then, especially when you have a child, then there's nursing involved and all other sorts of things. Okay.
Well,
so hopefully, just to end that, is hopefully she'll use.
Well, first of all, Mike,
time to heal. That's all. And Seth probably the same thing that he's gone since you were mentioning.
Didn't she come back?
Well, after a whole bunch of
taking time off, did he not? Even though he was still appearing. Yeah, but even Becky was taking time off recently. You know what I mean? And Becky.
Well, she had to take time off.
Came
she
back
had
not too long ago, dude.
What, about a year ago?
Yeah, but even after that, she No, I'm talking about recently, the last 6 months. Not even, man. Like 5 months ago, she was hurt. She took a few weeks off, and then she came back.
Right. Well, that was a few weeks. But then even with the few weeks, she was going and doing publicity. So it's not like she just wasn't
book, and
doing
that's what Liz
anything.
says.
She was doing publicity. Maybe she had her book. Maybe she had signings. Maybe
it was for her
she
book.
had a bunch of other things.
Well, anyway, Liz says, I thought she was going to on the book tour, and it makes sense Seth would be traveling with her.
Right.
Liz, she's already on the book tour, though. She's already been doing that. So I don't know if that's the excuse, but whatever the case. Todd says Hogan took time off after losing the Warrior after Mania 6. Right, but how long did Hogan have that title for before he took time off? That's the question. You know what I mean? He won it back at WrestleMania 5 and held on to it for a whole year pretty much, and then took time off. You know what I mean? So, like, Reigns has been taking time off every 2 months, like, not even, every 3 weeks. Like, he'll take, 3 weeks off, and then he'll be back. Like, come on. I'm just saying they could have done
WWE.
On
that's
Raw.
on WWE. That's just not on him.
Right. And now
Okay,
they have to
so
give time off to
WWE
every
doesn't
Tom, Dick,
give
and Harry
Reigns.
because...
No, if WWE doesn't give Reigns anything to do, what is he supposed to do? So that whole huge
if you can't figure out what to do,
they have to tell him what the hell to do, Jimmy. If he has no match, he's not going to wrestle.
WWE.
Right.
I get it, and that's true, right? And it is on WWE, right? But now what they've managed to do is because of that, now everybody has to have time off all the time. Heck, they're not even working the schedules that others used to work not too long ago. That's a fact.
Times have changed, Jimmy. But maybe people are so beaten and broken down. Even though it is a lighter schedule, they're only maybe wrestling 2 to 3 days a week, okay, compared to 5.
They don't even do as many live events anymore, bro. They don't. Yeah. What about the times twice on Saturdays, twice on Sundays, and shit like that? That doesn't even.
Well, that was with a lot of indies and other shit, and it wasn't really WWE. But let's say even if it's 4
used to do that,
week,
dude, in the 80s.
Right. Let's say if it's 4 days a week. That's still 4. Now they're lucky if they wrestle 2. So times have changed.
I just think it's a bit of a miss if you do that. But whatever. Like I said, I don't care if they take days off. All I'm asking is like do something on Raw right after Mania. That's it. Then go off into the sunset and do whatever. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But Todd said in the chat, doesn't Roman still have leukemia? If so, maybe that explains why. That's true. The thing about leukemia, though, Todd, is that it never goes away. Once you've had it, you got to just like maintain, keeping it down, however it works.
There's 2 things you do with leukemia: you maintain it or you die. That's it, point blank.
Right? Well, yeah, point blank. And the thing is, he's had it all his life, pretty much, man. So, what difference does it make now? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And Liz says with leukemia, since he's had it more than once. Him taking the chemo pills now is more of a maintenance thing. Exactly. That's what I was just saying, Liz. But I've noticed they're talking about it.
Lucky they got chemo pills because they didn't have a lot of those things around. My cousin had it, and then she died. She got it from a medication fucking up her blood in the 80s.
Look, I'm no doctor.
There was no cure. Hers was too advanced, and then she died within 7 months.
And I'm sorry to hear that, dude. But I'm no doctor, right? But does chemo pills substitute actually having chemo, like doing chemo?
In
Or
some
do you still
forms
need
of
to do it?
chemo, yes and no.
Okay, so
If you had
basically
a
you still have to
different
go
type,
through.
or if you had different type or more advanced, then yes.
Oh, so basically you still have to go through the normal chemo routine, right?
But his chemo is through the medication.
Right. His is different because he's it's all about maintenance with him. So I can understand why he wouldn't actually need chemotherapy other than taking the pills. You know what I mean?
Right. So right now,
Wow.
his is under control through that. It doesn't mean that he's perfect or he's 100% physically in every way. No, he still has leukemia. It's still fucking up his body. It's a blood disorder. Okay.
Right. And
No
that's
cancer.
one thing.
But he's still functional as a human as of now.
Right. And is it just me, or did he not look better than he's ever looked before, man, body wise? So the leukemia hasn't really slowed him that much. You know what I'm saying?
He still looks good. I mean, the best thing you can do when you have that is just to drop weight as well. Not
He
a
has
lot.
dropped away. He looks like he
looks
has,
good.
dude. But he looks great, right? Because he did kind of start looking gaunt on his face a little bit, right? But I think it's from all the weight drop.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, what he plans to do.
Well,
we can talk about that later when we get to the point on those matches.
Well, I just wanted to point that out now. We won't even point that out later. I just wanted to get it out of the way. But anyway, the point was Rhea Ripley retains her WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Women's World Heavyweight Championship, that is. And we move on. And Todd, congratulations on your HMG pick'ems. But come on, dude, this was the most predictable WrestleMania ever, minus one thing. And we'll get to that, which is coming up shortly. So anyway, let's move on to the next match, shall we? And that involves the tag team match for your Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And that means both SmackDown and Raw. This is their way of separating those tag belts. And it was between DIY, A-Town Down Under, Awesome Truth, Judgment Day in Damian Priest and Finn Balor, New Catch Republic, and the New Day. And that's about it. And it was for both tag championships in a ladder match. And dude, the only thing, and this was, like I said, the most predictable WrestleMania ever, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes predictable is a good thing. And in saying that, the only thing that wasn't predictable was A-Town Down Under becoming your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Well, let's start off by saying this match threw a lot of people the hell off because a lot of people did not expect for them to do what they did. I knew something was up as soon as they split the belts apart.
Right.
That's number one. A lot of people didn't expect that. So everybody's watching on TV and they're not catching it. And, saying something's fucking different. I'm like, oh shit, they split the fucking belts up. I'm saying to myself, oh no. Because the last thing I friggin' wanted was like McDummy and the other one to get the belt for Raw. And then, what is it? What are their names? The guy with the acne and the other fucking little guy.
The acne? You said the acne?
Yeah. Oh, Pete Dunne and
yeah.
Masturbate, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I wanted was them to have the damn belts for SmackDown.
They weren't gonna win it.
Listen, I don't care. Just the fact they were in that fucking match, they could be a possibility. Luckily, they didn't. But that I couldn't wait for that to end after 10, 15 minutes. It was like everything was planned and just waiting for the next spot to go on. Then on to the next
Spot
one.
On.
Then on
Spot
to the
on,
next
man.
one. Then on to the next one. Oh, no, wait. Can't do that left yet. Because now we got to get New Day's spot in. Oh, wait. Now we can continue on the outside. So I'm ready to fucking fall asleep until I notice R-Truth is going up. And I started waking up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, come on, Truth. Come on. Come on, Truth. Luckily,
Actually,
he got it with The Miz. And that was one of the smarter decisions I felt WWE made, was to give Awesome Truth at least a run on that title.
and that was obvious, man. I think everyone predicted Awesome Truth to become your tag champs. If we knew the belts were separated, then we could have made another pick. I don't think there's anybody that done the predictions that actually said two teams were going to win, the tag belts, but they fooled us, I guess. We should have known better. It was a ladder match. We should have all figured that out in the first place, but for whatever reason, we didn't. But yeah, Awesome Truth do win, which is great. I'm happy for Truth. I'm happy for Miz. But A-Town Down Under and winning it like they did, and you're right. I said this on the watch along that I did with the vet and also Brandon. You can go and check that out at channelattitude.com. And
I was there. I just fell asleep after like 40 minutes.
Right, and I said the same thing, dude. I said this was just all choreographed, man. Like, it was spot after spot after spot after spot. And that's fine, but I hate when I can see all that happen. Everyone knew where to be and when to do their shit. It was just like, all right, you do this, and then now you do that, and then they do that. It was just too much of that. Look, a lot of people hated on this match. I'm not going to say I loved it, but it wasn't too bad for what it was. But it was just, like you said, it was just a spot fest. But then again, how else are you going to do a match like this anyway, man?
And change the fucking name. Who the fuck calls it six-pack anymore?
So, well, there was a six-pack back in the day, and I'm talking about X-Pac, if you know what I mean. NWO Wolfpack, six-pack.
When I hear six-pack, I think of fucking beer. Not 12 fucking guys trying to run up the ladder.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. I don't know. What else are they going to call it? Fucking... They could have called it Tag Team Mayhem for, I don't know, man. But
16
Liz
challenge.
Says in the chat, I'm just glad. 16 sounds a bit confusing, bro. But Liz said in the chat that I'm just glad they didn't do the fluke comedy thing and have Truth to pull the one set of bouts down and run out of the ring. They could have done that, but yeah, they didn't. Thank God, as you said. Todd, yes, I agree. New Catch Republic is the worst tag team friggin' name ever. It's stupid. I get the name, but it's dumb.
You got two teams with the 100%. Same fucking name, because that's originally what Gulak was calling his fucking team.
Oh yeah, similar. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't New Catch Republic.
They couldn't call it. They could not call it Catch Point. That name got the kibosh. For the past 2 years, He's been trying to bring it back, Gulak. So now they named it something else.
I don't know. It's fucking dumb anyway, regardless. Zane claims he knew. What did you know, Zane? What did you know? You know everything, bro. Jesus. Anyway, let's move on. The match was fine, cool, but like we both said, it was just a spot fest. I am sort of pleasantly surprised, though, that A-Town Down Under did win the tag belts. I think that's different. I don't mind Theory and Waller. They're clowns, don't get me wrong. But it's all right. They can do. But anyway, let's move on to the next match, though, because, look, a lot of people shat on this. I personally didn't mind it, only because I'll get to that in a minute. And I'm talking about Andrade El Idolo and Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar in a tag match. But, man, was Andrade hard-hitting or what, dude? I felt like he was
compared to who he was hitting. Yes,
I felt like he was pretty stiff. If he wasn't stiff, boy, he's good, man, because he made that shit look good.
Well, that's how things are supposed to look.
Right, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Look who he did it against.
Yeah, but it looked good, man. It looked like he fucking fucked up some motherfuckers. But anyway, a lot of people seem to hate this match, though. I don't know. How'd you feel?
I feel him on that. This was really a corny fucking match. Plus, everybody with the expectations that Carlito was going to turn. Because of the so-called eye gestures and movements he made on a few segments.
He's going to turn. It's just a matter of when, not if.
Well, I just thought it was corny because it went on a little too long. And I mean, I know they do this every WrestleMania or a lot of wrestling shows. You get your local representation. They did that with these two Philly guys. I guess these football players. But unless you're a fucking Philadelphia fan, huh?
That was silly, man, because at first I thought, who the fuck are these guys?
That's what I
thought they
said.
were wrestlers.
I don't watch football. That's what who the fuck are these guys?
No, even people that watch football didn't even know who the fuck they were.
It's not like WrestleMania 2 with that Battle Royal where almost everybody who watched wrestling and football at that time knew who the Chicago Bears football players were. So
but they weren't wearing masks, though.
Huh?
They weren't wearing masks, though.
It don't matter. Everybody knew who the fuck William Perry and the others were.
But if these fuckers took their masks off, I'm sure a lot of people would have known who they were.
Even with the only people who knew who they were the crowd and diehard people who bet on football. That's it.
The crowd didn't even know who the fuck they were until they took their masks off.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, all
Jimmy.
right. I thought you meant when they had the masks on.
No.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
I'm done. I said what I needed.
Well, anyway, the point is pretty dumb. I hated this finish. And like, did the babyface really need help to beat the heels? That's not a babyface move.
Oh, yes and no. They got the pop for it, supposedly.
Come on, bro. This is not how you.
They helped the team win. Listen, I don't want to hear, it's not the face thing to do. In the past, some good guys have done some little finagling shit to get themselves a win, especially when it's in a hometown and using hometown heroes. That's exactly what they did in this match.
Well, personally, for me, this just makes...
Was it corny? Yes. Very fucking corny.
I don't know, man. I just feel like it doesn't make... It was corny as fuck, and it didn't make... All this does is make Mysterio and Escobar look better, if anything.
Well, they did stuff like this years and years ago with Gronk when he had his tenure in WWE against Mahal, if you recall.
Yeah, again, yeah, but it wasn't, yeah, but you didn't get two different guys.
Well, this time they decided
you had one guy interfere, and even still,
they got the bonus plan.
They needed two extra guys to beat Dominic. I don't like it, man. I know they're trying to protect Escobar and Dom by doing this, but it just makes Ray and fucking what's his name? Who was it again? I just went blank. Andrade look sort of weak. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I don't know. They did this again because it was Philadelphia.
It is, but you know what?
It was the Eagles, and those were probably two very popular.
I know why they did it.
Football players for Philly. That's all.
Okay.
Again, just like
Let me tell you this: if you're going to do that,
WrestleManias that had the Chicago Bears, it's the same thing. Do what's popular.
You could have done that, say, in the main event of night 2. You could have done that main event night 2 since you're going to have a schmoz anyway. I don't know. That's just me. Okay. But anyway, we're not quite there yet. Next, though, we've got main event Jey Uso versus Big Jim Uso in a brother versus brother match. And I hate to say it, Mikey, but this match just fell on its fucking butt, bro. I felt like
I fell asleep. I'll be honest, I was sleeping. I was sleeping because it was that watch along. I fell asleep. But when I had to wake up and watch again, I watched this and I fell asleep.
I don't blame you. Again. So you're saying we put you to sleep?
I know it's the aspect.
First of all, this is why
brothers.
Well, how else? No, continue.
Well, I know it's the aspect of two brothers fighting. There's a rivalry. All that jazz. Response. Okay. Huh?
Nothing. There's a delay between the two of us, man. I think my internet's playing up. I'm just saying, continue with what you're saying. Go. Don't worry.
Okay. forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, I thought it was fucking corny because I don't mind the aspect of two brothers fighting it out. It's Philly, brotherly love, all that jazz. But how many times are we going to see one brother super kicking another almost throughout the whole entire fucking match? Almost nothing else was done but fucking super kicks against one another. I'm not expecting a test of strength.
And I felt like they lost the fans too. Nah, but let's be honest, dude. Brothers versus brothers don't work, man, in a match for some reason. They just don't seem to work out.
They do, but it was bland. It was bland. There was no real animosity showing between the two of them.
Dude, there wasn't even real build for this match when you think about it, man.
They had 2 to 3 weeks. That's not a lot of time, but it's still enough time where they could have done something to build up more heat. There was no animosity in the ring that I can see between the two of them. There was no hatred for one another. I didn't see any of them get so emotionally upset that they're in tears or any of that other shit. The only thing was at the end, which was very fucking predictable. The other Russo was like, I'm sorry. I don't remember his fucking name, so I call him the other Russo. I guess it's what?
It sounded like you said the other Russo for a minute. Jimmy and Jay.
Was that Jay? Or that's Jay.
Jay is main event. Jay Uso, the one in the blue.
Not that fucking. Jimmy not the eating idiot. The other one.
Okay, then you're talking about Jimmy Uso.
Okay, Jimmy. No trying to shed a cheer. No pleading. No begging for his brother to stop. Everybody in their Aunt fucking Tilly knew that he was going to try to cross his brother and then do what he did. Everybody, but at least make it look convincing. I didn't see anything on that. I knew when I used to fight my fucking cousins, I used to get so fucking riled up. I wanted to stab them in their fucking eye. My adrenaline was going. I had tears running down my fucking eyes, and I wanted to stab them. I didn't see anything like this coming out of the brother. I didn't see anything like that coming out of any of them. But fucking super kicks. It was one of the dumbest fucking matches I have ever seen. That and the stupid fucking yeet shit. And yes, I actually looked at the fucking definition of yeet. Because for a while I used to say, what the fuck does it mean?
There's two definitions of it, really.
Well, the definition I saw, that was in Webster's, because I don't look at an urban fucking dictionary. What I saw in Webster's was it means to discard or throw away or get rid of or not to use or misuse or whatever. It doesn't mean yo. It doesn't mean cool. I don't know what the fuck. Why he's saying it the way he is. He's a fucking dunce.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm with you on that. It is what it is, and Zane says no yeet. Yeet?
Yes, no yeet.
But
he's right.
Look,
no yeet.
in the street term, right? I know what you're saying. It means to like someone to like fly off someone or whatever the fuck, like some shit like that. Anyway, the proper meaning of it, but the way Jay means it, it's like like yeet in street fucking slang. Probably California street slang for,
Well, then somebody needs to yeet him off of a fucking 11-story building. Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever it is, man. You character. Well, anyway, I felt like this match kind of sucked. It could have been better. But yeah, it is what it is. Jay also does win by pinfall with a diving splash. I don't know where we go from here, but keep these two apart. But I don't know. I would have thought it might have hurt their egos a little bit. It is what it is. But next, we get Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control in Asuka, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane. Man, again, this match wasn't that crash, but this match is all about Jade. Jade just destroyed Kairi Sane in the end, bro. Was it Kairi Sane that she pinned? Or was it Dakota Kai? I can't remember.
I have no
Oh
clue.
yeah, on
I don't
Dakota
remember.
Kai. It was on Dakota Kai. No, she done her jaded on Dakota Kai. And she plumped her, bro. She looked like she went nose first. I thought she broke her nose for a minute.
All I know
Look,
is
it
I
looks
was waiting for a wardrobe malfunction from either
Wow.
Belair or Jade.
Unfortunately for you, we didn't get that. But
Yeah.
they made Jade look strong. And I felt like they teased like a future sort of match between herself and Bianca Belair because they were trying to outdo each other, if you know what I mean. Naomi, though, is definitely the third wheel, though, man.
You got two good-looking, strong women with egos, so it's bound to happen.
Right. And it will. I think this is all done for that fact. And I can see Naomi being the one of reason trying to calm the both of them down when it does happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
When it happens, I'm not sure. Does it happen, by SummerSlam, or do we wait till WrestleMania next year?
I'll be honest with you. I could care less.
Why? I'm looking forward to a program between the two of them. But you see, I
Not
want
me.
Bianca Belair to turn heel. Because she gets jealous and shit of Jade, say. And I feel like that's where they're going. Because it feels more like Belair is the one that kind of gets jealous at Jade's.
If she
sort of
does turn
strength.
heel, then she needs to use that fucking hair, just like she did in that
Oh,
match.
dude. How
She did it
brutal
once or
was
twice.
that whip with the hair, bro?
And that was, she hasn't done that in a while that I recall.
She did that to Becky, I think, last. Was it Becky?
No, she did it in the
Someone-
ring at the WrestleMania match.
No, I know. Before this match, I know it was Tiffany, I think, in NXT, actually.
Well, whatever it is, it's too far from in between. She's going to be a heel. She needs to do that more often. If not,
Well,
cut the fucking thing off.
That's what I think is going to happen, man. Or actually, maybe if you go the other way around, right, and where Jade is the heel, maybe you make Jade cut off her hair, bro. Make her be the one to do that.
You can't cut Jade's hair. She hardly has any.
Well, she wears a wig all the time too, obviously. And she actually came out with her natural hair, oddly enough, at Mania. I don't like that look. I prefer it with a wig, though, man.
She wore a wig in the Mania match.
No, she didn't. She didn't.
Yeah, she
She
did.
did not. She did not. Who? Jade Cargill? She did not wear a wig in the Mania match, bro.
Dude,
She
her
didn't.
hair was almost, her hair came a little bit past.
No, bro,
Yes.
she wasn't wearing. Liz, you're the girl in the chat.
When she was
Tell
in
me-
the interview,
I
she
don't
did
know
that.
about the interview. I'm talking about the match, man. She was not wearing her wig in that match. I'm telling you.
Oh, well.
Labra thinks she did. I don't think she did. She looks completely different, man. Her hair was wet too, man, like soaking wet. Yeah, exactly. Jade's hair was short in that match, but was she wearing a wig though, Liz? That's what
Your
we're arguing
hair
about.
could be up to her ear and still be short.
But her hair, what is short without the wig anyway?
Yes.
I'm just look to me, it didn't look like a wig, man. She looks completely different, man.
Her hair
With the
was
wig on.
different, and I believe in the interview than it was in the ring.
I have no clue about the
Anyway,
interview.
the
I'm
hair
just
don't
talking
matter.
about the match.
All right, it's frivolous.
It is, but I'm surprised you would think that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is the baby faces won in this match, and it was all to make Jade look, strong, and it did. Anyway, we see a little package next where we see Sami Zayn greeting his wife and son backstage. She gives him a pep talk, and so does little kiddo, whatever his name is. He looks cute, funny enough. He's funny. Chad Cable then meets him and tells Sammy he's not going to second him tonight because he's got this on his own, and he always did, and reminds him that he owes him a favor. The camera then follows him down the tunnel as he meets Kevin Owens just before Gorilla, who hugs him and tells him to go and do it. And that leads us to the match for your Intercontinental Championship between Gunther, your champion, and Sami Zayn. Is it just me? A lot of people love this match. I couldn't get into it, man. Thank you, Liz. She says it wasn't a wig. Thank you. That's a girl saying that, mind you. Just quietly. Thank you, Liz.
Okay, so it's not a wig. What do you want me to do? A cartwheel? I will
I'm
go
just-
look again and then compare it to her hair in the interview. That's all.
Anyway, I don't know how that's relevant, but yeah. Anyway,
Not to me.
yeah. But anyway, who cares? Let's not argue about that anymore. But thank you,
I'm
Liz.
not arguing.
Labra thinks great match, wrong person. I tend to agree on this. I think this feels like Sammy getting second prize. You know, you were so close last year. Here, have an Intercontinental title run once again.
Second
Beat
prize.
Gunther.
It's like a third prize.
What
The IC
exactly?
belt, Intercontinental belt used to be called the workhorse. Now they're calling that other world championship the workhorse. So what does it make the IC belt? The fucking Pony Express carrier belt?
I get you. Yes, the Pony Express. They're only saying that because Rollins, you know, always defending it supposedly.
Whoopie fucking do. Every person who holds a championship defends the
agree.
title. Whoopie do. Why? Because
I
it's
totally
him.
agree.
It's no special than anybody else who held it. Mr. Perfect held it and wrestled and
agree.
busted his ass.
It's true. Bret Hart is another one. Speaking of perfect. Heck,
Right.
even Shawn Michaels.
Right. So, I mean, he's no
I
special.
could go on and on.
Except
Right.
people like to use these markish fucking terms to describe things, and that's how things get labeled. But as far as the match is concerned,
Well, say that last bit again because you broke up there.
I don't know. I forgot. I don't know what I said.
Yeah. You're always forgetting, God damn it.
Well, dude, I got 3 concussions and 9 contusions.
Well, it doesn't matter, man. The point is, are you doing Ronda Rousey now? Did you watch that interview, by the way?
No, not at all.
Oh my God, bro. You got to check that out. Boy, was she full of excuses, man. Anyway, that's just how I took it, but that's not for this show. But anyway, Gunther loses to Sami Zayn. I felt like there was... How many haluva kicks was there in this match? It felt like there was 10 of them. I'm exaggerating, but still.
I honestly didn't count the kicks because, again, after 7 minutes, I fell asleep. These matches just don't grab they don't grab my attention anymore. When I see the same repetitive way, especially in Sammy's matches, I'll fall asleep. There is no
I don't blame you.
real energy given out for any of his matches. The guy's a fucking schlub. That's what it is. He went from a New York cab driver to a fucking schlub. That he's trying to do a fucking Rocky bit.
It was definitely Rocky 3 and 4-esque, if you know what I mean.
Well, it was.
You know, Gunther was, you know, Drago. I'll break him. That's just what he should have said in his promo.
Well, and everybody says, "Oh, it was the wrong person for this angle." You could have put anybody.
Chad Gable?
You could have put. It doesn't matter. He still. If he was to win, okay, would it change anything? No. It's just that people would be more happier with him winning the belt. Okay.
Right.
What if he was to lose and you're back to square one?
I feel like we're still back to square one with him being Intercontinental Champion, honestly.
Well, we are back to square one because nobody cares for what he's doing. I'm one of them. I couldn't care less.
A lot of people actually like this match. I, for one, I don't know. I just didn't. Maybe it was the watch along, and like you said, watch alongs. I don't like doing watch alongs
because they describe these things as fucking
you're not
bangers.
talking and you're watching.
It's because they describe everything as a fucking banger.
Mate, we didn't. That's for sure.
No. I don't know.
I don't know.
All I know
no
is
bang
that
for me.
the following Raw, he wasn't
maybe I'm
even
being
there.
cynical.
I don't think you are.
Right, which surprised me also. But anyway, that's...
Gunther wasn't even there for Raw.
I kind of am because this
For
is what pisses me off.
whatever reason he had, he was not there on
Gunther
Raw.
lost.
Yeah, no shit, Jimmy. So that doesn't mean he can't be on Raw saying,
they
I
dropped
want
the
a
ball.
rematch?
Well, yeah,
So
he could do that. He could absolutely do that, but they don't. Everyone gets time off.
Well, I feel he should have been there.
You know what I mean? He's stupid. This is my point, bro.
Raw was a prime opportunity to reverse a lot of the wins. You give everybody what they want at WrestleMania, and then you fucking take it away at Raw. That's what they used to do, and it was fantastic.
Wow.
But we had no excitement during Raw either. Are you there?
So yeah, Sami Zayn is your new. I'm here, bro. Can't you hear me? I was just saying that Sami Zayn does become your new Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to him, but you know, big deal. He ends Gunther's reign of 666 days. I guess he's part of the Illuminati now.
Maybe that's why they ended it. Because of that number.
I mean, come on. Well, anyway, next we go to the general managers in the back, seeing Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce are in the ring. Not in the back, I guess, in the ring. Aldis thanks everyone in the arena and at home for making this the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And Pearce asks everybody to give just a little more energy and announces tonight's attendance of 72,543 before thanking everyone. And we see all these fucking celebrities and blah, blah, blah. But that leads us finally to the night one main event, Mikey. And that is between the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and Seth freaking Rollins versus the Bloodline in Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Roman Reigns. And I should have said the final boss, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Now, I enjoyed this match. I really did, man. I thought The Rock was great in this. He looked like $1 million as per usual. The only thing I hate is when the thing that I do hate, though, is when you have The Rock and Roman in the same ring with Cody and Seth, it kind of makes Cody and Seth look like dweebs, bro.
Because they are.
Well, you said it. But it's unfortunate. It kind of exposes them, dude.
Dude, that's like holding... That's like having what?
Mike, you there?
I'm here. How about you?
Continue. There's a big delay, bro. But just keep saying.
They look like dweebs because there's no magnitude to these two. It's just two fucking small guys. It's like having an angry lion that's roaring, ready to fucking kill.
It's true. I agree.
Against two fucking manatees.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's true, man. And that's the thing. They should never... I don't know, man. I just feel like every time The Rock is in the ring with these guys, he oozes machismo, bro. He uses that coolness factor compared to like Cody, Seth, heck, even over Reigns, man. He just is Mr. Cool, and it's bad.
Well, both Rock and Roman have a form of magnitude to them. They both have charisma. They both look great physically, except The Rock is a little larger, maybe a drop taller.
He's huge.
Then you look at the other two. They just look like two regular plain people. Cody does look okay physically, but he made some kind of comment. Oh, I am under 10% body fat.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, no, you're not. You are not under 10% body fat. No, you're not. Don't lie. But I don't know. Anyway, besides
he
that,
definitely lied. I saw that at the press conference.
Yeah, he is not under 10% body fat. If
Yeah,
he
no,
did,
he's
he
full
would
of
look
shit. I
better.
don't know why he said
If
that.
he
but
did,
whatever.
if he was, he would look better than Bobby Lashley at Cody's side. He would be more shredded.
Please. And look, I don't want it to look like you know, like I'm a hater on Cody. I'm not. I'm actually a fan of his. But the truth is the truth. It is what it is. Zane says in the chat they should have reversed the Cody decision. Dude, you know what they should have done?
Which
Like
decision?
when he won the championship? I said, like on Raw, you know when when The Rock was saying I'm your boss and whatnot, right? When he won the championship, he should have stripped Cody of the championship belt right there.
We'll get to that on night 2. Don't discuss it yet.
All right, but no, because Zane brings up an interesting point.
I know. But
anyway.
Now I know what decision he was talking about. That's all for that other match. It's all coming up. Nothing
there was a million
happened. Bloodline rules meant jack fucking shit. Rock stood there with his thumb up his fucking ass, whistling a music. That's it.
Are you talking about on Raw?
On night 2.
Oh yeah, night 2 definitely, but we'll get to that. But anyway, is there any more you want to talk about? All I want to say about this match, there was one too many Cody cutters. I mean, one too many crossroads.
On night 1?
I just didn't like. Yeah, on night 1 and night 2, but we're
discussing night 1.
I just felt like, The Rock saved Roman's ass, man, in this match anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Right, I'm talking night 1.
He did. And both of them did get beat up a little bit, but I feel the right outcome was there. Okay. The problem is they fought so fucking hard for that win on night 1. And then look at the results of night 2, which we'll discuss.
Right. Is there anything else you want to say about the ending of this match?
Just that I did like the match. Whether or not The Rock and Roman went over or not, I thought it was laid out cleverly. Right. Well, I'm not going to say. I'll just say it was laid out in a way that I
look, it was,
enjoyed it. But I would have wanted to see
this was obvious.
more.
The only way you could have gone.
I wanted to see more animosity between The Rock and Seth Rollins, and we really didn't see shit. We didn't see nothing.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't really this. That wasn't the story, though. Really, between let's be real. These stories about The Rock and Cody. That's it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because The Rock made it known plenty of times. Seth fucks with him. He's taking all his shit away.
Right.
So don't say it don't matter. It matters 198.97%.
But his problem's not so much he couldn't give a
shit.
Doesn't
matter. He said it on fucking TV and did fucking nothing. So right now, The Rock is a wet fucking rag.
I disagree on that, man.
You don't
his
fucking
real issue has always been Cody.
You're gonna do shit on TV and not fucking do it.
Oh, well, that's your prerogative. I just think it's all about Cody and The Rock per se. But
yes, it was. Jimmy, I did not say it wasn't. All I said, with all that The Rock said about Seth fucking Rollins, he said, I'm your boss. I'm this. I'm that. The belt. Get involved. I'll move it away. I'll take the belt. I'll take the belt. He didn't do fucking shit. He had his thumb up his fucking ass while he was reading a comic book and whistling I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Why'd you do that, man? Now the song's going to be in my head. Fuck.
Good.
I will survive. Oh, God damn it, Mike. Anyway, I don't agree with that, but still. Whatever, that's your opinion, and I respect that. Nevertheless, it was a fun match. It kind of lived up to the hype. And really, this WrestleMania was all about that match. I'm talking about night 1. Was pretty much really all about that match. And that's it, per se. Even though we had a few title changes here, I just don't think it was as impactful as we go on to night 2. Because we start off with a bang, literally. After night 1. And I'm talking with... actually, before we go to that match, we do start with what's her name? Stephanie McMahon, Helmsley, or Levesque, whatever you want to say. as she makes her entrance for whatever reason, but that's all good. I was kind of pleasantly surprised to see her as she gets on the mic and talks about what an honor and privilege it is for her to be and have been part of every WrestleMania. And this one she's more proud of than usual because it's the first of the Paul Levesque era. She talks about how WrestleMania brings people together and nobody knows that better than Triple H. And she borrows his line and asks everyone if they're ready. Mike, were you happy to see Steph? I feel bad for her, though, in saying that, but were you happy?
I mean, it was all right to see her. I mean, I wasn't ecstatic. I wasn't going to jump up and scream for joy, but I mean, it was good to see her, yeah.
She looked great, too, dude.
Well, yeah, she does. I'll give her that.
Come on, as Triple H would say in the post-game show later on, which was funny as hell. But anyway.
Well, that's good that listen, that is good that he's saying that about his wife.
Well,
That's actually good.
He wants to, go to bed with her, basically. But anyway.
Well, good. Every man should want to fuck their wife with that regard like that. That means you love the woman.
Right. Well, yeah, that's good to know. Absolutely. But anyway, that leads us, though, to our first match. And it starts off with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I enjoyed this match, like, pretty much. I was happy for when Drew did win the match. There was one too many claymores, though, which was bothering me. Too many near finishes.
It was way too many, especially when Seth went through the night before, and that the match took as long as it did. And it took that many claymores
it was
to finally take out Rollins.
Again, all these marked hard wrestlers want to be protected, so that's what they do. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, it took, I don't know how many claymores. I didn't even see a Glasgow kiss, to be honest.
It shouldn't have even went past 11 or 12 minutes with what happened on night one.
Well, how long did this match go for, actually?
I'm guessing at least 15 or more.
Including with what happens?
Huh?
Including with the finish, if you know what I mean?
No, without that.
Okay. Well, yeah, it just felt...
We all knew that was going to happen. We all knew that was going to happen, too, because they were dragging out the segment.
Dude, I called it, man.
I was telling a friend of mine, I'm sitting here, I'm like, listen, if they keep dragging this out, then Priest is going to come in and cash in. I mean, obviously, if they end it, there's going to be a cash in for the next match, the championship match, whether Cody wins or not. Right. Why? Because Money in the Bank pay-per-view is coming up soon. They got to do it sooner or later. They're not going to do it on
July.
Huh?
In July, it's
right,
it's on.
And they're not going to probably do it on any other pay-per-view or a Raw. This is WrestleMania. It's usually when these things are done.
So actually, a lot of them have also done on the Raw after Mania, too.
Right. Well, guess what? It happened.
Right.
He came out.
And Damian Priest did come and cash in his Money in the Bank and takes away Drew McIntyre's dream. I felt so bad for him, dude, because the thing is...
I felt bad, too.
He got screwed, bro, by the company. When I say that, look, I'm sure he's going to get his comeuppance. And I'm sure they're going to wait till Clash.
Listen, and actually,
he's going to win it at Clash, bro. He's winning it at Clash in his own country.
You want to talk real life? I'm sure he doesn't give a shit either. But
well, you know what, dude? He cried when he was champion during the COVID era, right? He cried. You know why he cried? Because everything was taken away from him. He wanted to do that in front of people, and he didn't even get a chance to do that. If you remember the first Mania, right after the COVID era. When they allowed half the stadium in, not all of them, but they allowed people in. He started crying, dude, because remember the delay because of rain or thunder or some shit was going on. Right, he started talking. He started bawling his eyes out, bro.
Well,
he was just happy. Right,
well,
that the people are back.
But I'm just saying, in real life, I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck because it's part of the angle.
Well,
so if he could get it back in Scotland, then that's fine.
He will. There's no if or but about it, dude. Surely that's what they would have said to him. And that's cool. I'm cool with that.
And I don't know. I was just a little perturbed that they didn't use any camera time to show Drew going after Priest.
He doesn't even give a shit about Priest, it feels like, even though his comments on Raw was very non-PG, but that's for another time.
Oh, I read them. Actually, I heard them, and they were kind of funny. Yeah, it's like what everybody else.
He called him.
Listen, he called Priest what everybody on the internet was fucking calling him as well.
What
so it's not anything we haven't heard before.
He basically called him a gay.
Oh, whatever he called him. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that during WrestleMania and show vignettes of or live shots of Drew going after Priest? That's something I would do.
Well, right now his issues are with Seth and Punk, man.
Huh?
Well, right now Drew's issues are with Seth and Punk.
Doesn't fucking matter. Somebody just robbed you of your fucking world title. You go after dude. It's like me and you talking.
Well, he didn't rob him.
No, hold on. It's like me and you talking on the street.
Right.
Somebody comes up to you, hits you over the back of the head with the fucking brick and takes your wallet. What are you going to do? You're going to wake up and just continue to talk to me, Jimmy? Meanwhile, that guy hit you over the back of the fucking head, took your wallet, and he's running away.
But he done it legally. He's money in the bank. So, you know what I mean? You can't be
Jimmy,
mad. But Liz,
answer my question. Does it matter? That is what that
if it was legal, if he done it legally, then yeah. It wouldn't matter. I'll be pissed off.
If somebody hits you over the head with a brick, that's not legal.
Dude, he had the money in the bank. It is what it is.
I know, but it doesn't matter. He got hit in the head. It was done at an inopportune time for him. He got stunned and shocked. He lost it. He should have been going after fucking Priest.
Dude, he's already got 2 other programs going. I mean, you can't have him.
I know that, but for the sake of realism, dude.
He will get his comeuppance. He will go after Priest, and he did call out
that
Priest. Anyway,
I understand. I'm talking about for Mania.
Anyway, Liz says he called him Bondage Undertaker. Bondage doesn't have anything to do with being gay. He did say that. It's what he said right after that. About he probably enjoys that too. Yeah, he said about taking it up
He
the
just
backside.
Didn't come out and say the words gay, but he alluded to.
Yeah, he didn't say gay. He alluded that he likes taking it from behind.
Something for an orifice.
Listen to it properly again, Liz. He clearly mentions how he likes taking it from the behind.
And if he does, that's his prerogative.
Right. He said he'd whip him, but he'd like it. Is that not insinuating gay? I'm just saying. Watch his promo properly, Liz. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, I don't know. You might have not taken it that way. I did, definitely. I don't know. Did you take it that way, Mike?
No.
About the gay stuff?
Well, not that it was gay, but that he was trying to insinuate that what Priest may enjoy is kind of gay.
Right.
But yet, I don't mind being beaten and slapped by my girlfriend. I don't.
Right, but he called him the bondage guy.
Up my ass. I already have prostate issues.
That's a kink. It is a kink. But anyway.
Right.
That's Zane saying that. Look, man, I don't know, Liz. Like, to me, it was implemented because he's the bondage guy too. You know what I mean? And when he said he'd like being whipped, he probably liked that. I don't know, man. That's just me. That's how I took it.
Yes. And most straight men will take that as an act of gaiety. But they're straight, right. But there's straight men who do like that type of stuff to excite them, whether they're bisexual or straight with a woman.
No, I know that. That's true. But when you call someone a bondage undertaker, that insinuates something else. But anyway, I don't know. it doesn't matter anyway. That's how I took it. I'm glad not everyone took it that way. I don't know. That's how I saw it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's move on though from that. Like I said, Drew ends up winning, but then loses to Priest, who cashes in his Money in the Bank to become new World Heavyweight Champion. That'll be in a way sort of booked themselves in a corner. They had to sort of do this now. It was now or never. Even if it seemed kind of off, I understand that. They really had to sort of do it ASAP, and they did right here, even if it felt a little cold. But cool. I'm happy for him, and yeah, that's that. I don't think he'll have a long title run, but in saying that. Anyway, let's move on to the next match because, God, I hated this match, dude. It was the final testament in Akam, Karrion Kross, and Reza versus Pride, the Pride, which is, I hate that name, for Angelo Dawkins, Bobby Lashley, and Montez Ford in a Philadelphia street fight. And Snoop Dogg is also on commentary on this. And Bubba Ray Dudley, he's also your special guest referee, which surprised me. I didn't expect that. This match was a clusterfuck, bro. Where was Akam and Reza for this whole match? It felt like Kross was in this match all alone, getting beat up.
Well, I wish this match did not take place.
It doesn't make anyone look good, does it?
No. They even botched the table spot.
Lucky there was another
when
table.
I was awake to look at it, I mean, you could clearly see that there wasn't enough inertia going into that table to make it break. So they had to do it again the second time. I would not have done that spot the same exact way the second time. I would have thought of something else to do, but no. They wanted to do a table spot because it was ECW Philly and all that shit. I would have changed
it wasn't even ECW guys.
Well, I would have waited another few more minutes. I would have had more interaction with Bubba Ray Dudley. I mean, why else are you going to fucking be there besides just to put on your corny fucking glasses and, I'm Bubba Ray Dudley. What we do? Do something. Throw a few fucking punches. You know, it's no deal.
I forgot he was there, actually, Mike, to be fair.
Well, so did I until he put on the fucking glasses.
Right.
But he still could have done something in there. Kill
Did
time.
he do the what's up?
Kill time and then do the table spot again 5 minutes later. Not afterwards. That looked really fucking desperate.
It was lazy too, bro. That was them thinking like in the last second. I don't think they planned this shit at all. And what's even more bad?
Oh no, they planned that ending. You can't say that.
Oh no, I'm talking about with Bubba being the special guest referee. I truly think that was the last sort of moment thing with him being the special guest referee because they're in Philly and whatnot.
Not me.
Oh
Not
well,
me.
whatever.
He's probably known for a bit, but I actually thought there was going to be more interaction with people like RVD and Tommy Dreamer who were there. Obviously, we all see now they were there for the induction. I would have had them a little more involved with that ladder match then.
Well, they didn't do that. And what's even more weird, these two teams just don't have chemistry, bro, at all. But they continue to like put these guys together and hope for the best, and it's just not working, dude.
Well, you don't have to worry anymore because now Akam and Reyes are on NXT.
And Kross.
Oh, yeah, him too. We see where this got them.
That's bad move, man.
Listen, that's all right because at least they're employed and they have an angle now. That's it.
Yeah, but this comes across like you better get your shit together or you're at the door. As we know, there's a draft coming up, and also they tend to do a whole bunch of releases around this time of the year.
Yeah, but I honestly don't see them letting go of that tandem.
I hope not. But
I hope
Kross
not
needs
either.
a fucking... I don't know if it's Kross's fault or it's Creative's fault. I feel like Kross is trying. You know what I mean?
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of both because now with the so-called creative freedom and the so-called Triple H having the pencil, it's a combination of both. Because if Kross doesn't like what creative is doing, for the behalf of his collective, and then he doesn't like what creative is doing, creative doesn't like what he's doing, then yeah, there's a fucking problem and nobody knows what's going on.
Well, but unfortunately for them, they're off to NXT right now, man. Look, I don't know what they need to do with Cross, but having Paul Ellering in the corner when Cross can already talk is weird in itself too, man. You don't need a mouthpiece. Not that Ellering is doing anything, but still.
Yeah, they do.
What's the
Why
point?
have Cross do all that talking when you can have Ellering do it and talk for AOP, whatever they're called. What are they called? Yeah, AOP. What? Yeah, okay. I was right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it don't matter. Keep him there. Keep Ellering there.
Stupid. I don't agree with that.
It's like he's there as their mouthpiece and mascot. That's all.
He shouldn't be a mouthpiece. Cross is more than capable on the mic.
Why not? He was a mouthpiece for Legion of Doom.
But that was Legion of Doom. All fucking Hawk would say is, what a rush. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter. He still did the talking for those two.
But that's it, because they needed the talking. I mean, they weren't the best.
So Ellering is doing it for AOP. It just happens to be Crosses there with him. That's all.
When you're there with AOP, that's cool. But when you're with a faction, a so-called faction with Cross involved, then that changes things. But that's just me. Again, I don't know, man. But whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what it is. They're on NXT now.
Can we both agree that Scarlett looked fucking hot?
She looked phenomenal, bro.
Oh, my God. And when she was down on the floor or something happened, I saw a side boob. I got all excited.
I didn't notice that. Like I said, I was doing the watch-along.
Oh, I noticed the side boob. Because I yelled it out. Side boob! And I kind of got like a little biff in back of my head. And then I yelled, bitch, you fucking hit me like that again, I'll toss you out the door. Because that kind of hurt, because I got my neck. And then she told me to go fuck myself, and I don't know. She went in the bedroom, and I stayed here. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, anyway, the Pride win by pinfall with a frog splash through the table from Montez Ford on Karrion Kross, which again, I don't know why Kross ate the pin, but he did anyway. And that's that. And then we move on to the next match, which I kind of actually liked, which was AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Or should I say AJ Styles versus Eli Drake TNA matchup. This match surprisingly was half decent. But can I say, to the woman that won the Slim Jim's sweepstakes and won the Skyline, the Nissan Skyline, what's an older lady going to do with a Skyline? She wouldn't be able to drive that thing.
Was she hot?
Animal. No, she was old, bro. She was like probably in her late 70s, maybe early 80s.
Oh, fuck. What the hell is she doing winning?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. But nevertheless, congratulations to her. But there's no way she'll be able to drive that damn thing. No way.
Well, you know what? Maybe she could sell it and use the money. So good for her.
I think you got to keep it for a certain amount of time before you can sell it, actually. So, yeah, I don't know how long, but I'm pretty sure that's the deal. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Congratulations to her. But what do you think of the match?
I was awake, so that was good. But that's only because it was Eli and AJ. I can tell you now, I liked it a lot better than Jimmy and Jay.
I was much better than that.
Yeah.
Come on.
It wasn't rushed. It just felt like they were trying to do too much with the time they had allotted. So I'm not going to use the term get your shit in. I'm going to say, what were you trying to do? Visually, the match looked all right. What were you saying?
No, nothing. Continue. I'll say what I have to say when you're done.
No, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
No, look, they did what they had to do, man. And I don't think it was a bad match, at all. Like, I was cool with it, man. I just don't like where does this leave LA Knight now? What does he do? The same with AJ. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I feel like AJ is on the
it
way
does.
down.
I don't
now
think
a
it
little bit.
leads him anywhere. Because now, I mean, now I'll just say, with what's been happening the past few weeks, and then AJ supposedly or whoever got arrested at somebody's house, I guess it was Knight.
It was Knight.
On
It was
AJ's
Knight.
property, in which I'm telling you now, AJ should have went away too. Whether it was his house or property or not, he was still
But
fucking
Knight was
fighting.
trespassing, but Knight was trespassing though.
Understood, but he was still fighting. He was still in fisticuffs. You ask a cop, they will take away that guy too, whether it's his property or not.
Yeah, he might have got arrested, say, right? But he wouldn't have gotten charged in the end.
Right, but he should have gotten arrested. They didn't even show that. That's just for me. I notice those type of fucking things. Okay, so it didn't look like there was any reason for these two to be fighting, which they should have. They should have been, instead of trying to wrestle one another with hard feelings, they should have been going at each other's throats again. Like Jimmy and Jay should have done. But this match had a little more physicality in it than Jimmy and Jay's. I'm not going to talk about moves and stuff like that, because a lot of times, to me, a lot of moves done don't matter in a match unless it's for a certain point and what certain move is being done at the start or finish of a match to dictate a pace. So for me, it's not about what was done inside the ring. So, there's not much I can say about the match other than what I did.
I agree with you.
I'm tired of hearing a move.
I actually agree with you, man.
Lots of moves don't mean shit in a fucking match. Almost anybody who gets into fucking wrestling now that's 210 fucking pounds and 5'8" or 9 can do a suplex, can run ropes, can do a clothesline, can take a superplex. So nothing matters anymore. Or take a DDT or anything else. Nothing matters anymore.
Well, Liz thinks in the chat that it should have been more like the AJ and Samoa Joe match when Joe was taunting AJ's family.
Yes,
I remember that. I remember that.
I agree with her. She's right. That had way more fucking emotion or anything in it. And then,
but that had more history too, though.
Well, yes, that's yes. But if you look how they all went at each other, that is how AJ and Knight should have went up against each other.
Yeah,
that
but
is how Jimmy and Jay should have done it.
But is AJ and Knight? Well, first of all, with the Uso brothers, they should have involved family, which no one got involved, which is stupid.
I know, that was a pure fucking waste.
Right? That was a big waste. It could have been so much better, but
I could have done so fucking much with that.
For sure, I agree. Me too. But as far as this match goes, the animosity is not really there between AJ and Knight. It just.
I have gas. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, thanks for the information. While Mikey goes and blows his gas out of his backside, I assume. I'll keep talking about.
Okay.
There we go. Did you get rid of your gas, Mike?
Dude, when I start getting pains in my neck, then yeah, that means I got a tube.
Oh, you mean that type of gas, not from your your ass?
Well, the gas was from my ass. I'm just saying. When I start getting pains up my back, then yeah, it's time to go.
That's a first, folks. You heard it here first on the PWC Network. Anyway.
Yes.
I just felt like there wasn't enough animosity between Knight and AJ, even though AJ flew all the way to Australia.
There wasn't. That's what I was. This
right.
was nothing.
It's stupid. It wasn't a blood feud, really, per se, right? So.
But there wasn't enough there to make it a blood feud.
That's true, too. I agree with that also. But they did have over a month.
That's still not a lot of time, bro.
But
that's still not a lot of time.
What did they really do when you think about it? They've done shit all. Just it didn't convince me, you know what I mean? But it could have been done better. That could have been from time restraints and whatnot.
Right.
It is what it is. Still, nevertheless, the match was decent. It was obvious who was going to win again, and it was everybody's favorite fucking guy in a way in LA Knight. Yeah. And cool, he wins. But again, where do we go from here? Does he go for Logan Paul's United States Championship next?
All I know is that they need to continue this with AJ. They need to do this again on SmackDown. And not for the aspect of, oh, where is AJ going to go in himself? That they're calling him Dark AJ. I don't think that he's dark. I just think he's pissed off. All right, he's not dark. He's just
dark
annoyed.
AJ, that's so dumb, bro.
But, I don't know. Everybody's dark these days. I don't know, but
dark.
Continue this. Let's see where it goes into this new form of AJ.
Well,
is he going to stay
I doubt they will.
Gallows and Anderson?
Well, you know what gimmick he's playing.
Huh?
You know what gimmick he's playing? He's playing that final gimmick of his in TNA before he left to go to New Japan. Remember that?
Yeah, believe me, I'm very well aware, Jimmy. Ask me how. I know.
Well, yeah. But anyway, LA Knight wins by pinfall via the BFT. Cool. Where do we go? Who the fuck knows? I guess we got to find out this Friday.
And wait. I would love for LA Knight to be the antagonizer in this.
That makes him the heel, though.
Huh?
That would make him the heel, though. Why does he
I knew you were going to fucking say that. Wait,
but really, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do that.
And plus, he won. Face and be an antagonizer.
If you're Stone Cold and you're an anti-hero,
listen,
then I agree.
No, it's nothing to do with being a fucking anti-hero.
But that's what people will fucking say.
All he has to do in a nice way is just very politely say how AJ lost. You kill him with kindness, you get under his skin. That's it.
But it wouldn't make sense for him to keep going. Whereas, he beat AJ. But whatever, I don't know. For me, I want him to move on to a United States Championship run or something like that. Go up against Logan Paul. Heck, even involve AJ if you have to.
But he's not at that point yet.
Well, where do you go from here? You continue this shit? Oh, you know what I mean?
He's got to do something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Go for the US Championship. Why not?
I honestly don't see them doing that for Knight at this time.
Anyway, we'll see what happens on SmackDown. But next, we get a recap of this year's Hall of Fame ceremony and the traditional presentation of the new inductees on stage. And then we see backstage Sami Zayn telling Kevin Owens it's his turn now and ushers him out through Gorilla. But unfortunately for Kev, he didn't do what Sami did. And Logan Paul pretty much retains his championship against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Again, this was dead obvious, and I was happy with the ending. I think Logan Paul was the right man to actually win this match.
I agree.
But there's a lot of
but yet we all know he had to because he's a major sponsor.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I hated seeing his fucking drink advertised all over the turnbuckles, bro.
Well, I like how they got this new ring to illuminate with the sponsors.
The ring is I hate those, dude.
But it was throwing my.
Did you see what they were doing when the? Yeah, but bro, did you notice what they were doing when the black wrestlers were wrestling? Now I don't know if it was done on purpose.
Yeah, no, I know it was a contrast issue, and it was throwing my eyes wonky, and I started getting fucking headaches. I had to put on sunglasses.
So you didn't see what they were doing? Like, for example, advertising fried chicken while black wrestlers were in the ring?
Oh, Jesus. God.
Come on, bro. Like, fucking hell.
I didn't see that.
Oh, if you didn't see that, I rolled my eyes right away, man. I was like, really?
Well, I also will mention that
they did that more than once, mind you.
Paul, I guess at the end of WrestleMania, they were giving away WrestleMania Prime energy. Guess it was a new flavor.
Why'd you say it? They don't sponsor this shit. Bro, Prime sucks. I've tasted all this shit.
I know
the worst fucking drink I've ever had in my life.
That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so I know 3 people that were there. They managed to get a few bottles each. So I'm like, dude, don't open all of those fucking things because there are marks that'll buy it over eBay for $100 a bottle. Okay. Apparently they tasted it. Apparently, they tasted it. So, new WrestleMania, they said, was kind of like, it tasted like dishwater and lemon lime.
Bro. No shit, man. I bought a few of them because they sell them locally here too. They are imported from the States, mind
The
you.
WrestleMania
But anyway.
Prime.
Oh, not the WrestleMania Prime. I haven't tried that yet, and I don't think I want to.
Well,
don't. You know what I mean?
But
so that tastes like shit too.
Well, my friend and his cousin, they listed them. Okay, each of them had 4 bottles each. One bottle is now at $117.
Well, I'll buy one and sell it on eBay for whatever they go for.
You can't. They were only to be given away for night 1 and 2.
Oh, so they're for free? That you can't buy them?
Yeah.
Oh, cocksuckers. What pricks. Anyway, this says in the chat that Uso's got dude wipes and the Lucas for Aqua Fresca. Well, yeah, what the fuck are dude wipes, man? Are they literally what I think they are?
Dude wipes are wipes that are advertised for men to wipe their behind. You know how you have feminine wipes for women?
Right. That's what I'm asking.
Right. This is the male version to wipe their ass or wipe their
surprised. I'm surprised WWE would fucking go for a sponsor like that, man. That's
Say
foul.
Let me, Jimmy. Smegma.
Smegma? I've heard that before. I used to say that word. Smeg, bro.
Right. Well,
that
we
shit
just
is
say
smeg.
smegma. But that's what it's for. It's to clean your male parts. Me personally,
that's disgusting, dude.
I'm secure at myself. You know what I use? Poise wipes. Or regular wet wipes that you can get. But the Poise one for the women work well.
Look, I don't use any sort of wet wipes, each to their own. But
I do, because when you're out,
seriously,
and you don't have to, and you have to go into a public restroom. Oh yeah, I'm washing the outside of my behind with one of a cleaning wipe.
Dude, I don't even bother, man. The one thing
the bowl,
bro, even since elementary school, right? I would never use public toilets, bro. I just wouldn't. You know what I mean?
I never used to.
I would wait till I got home and used my own.
Yeah, you were like me.
There's so many cunts, dude.
Anal retentive.
Kids are dirty fucks, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, but really, kids are such dirty fucks. I remember motherfuckers, would leave big bogs in the fucking toilet and wouldn't even flush it. Like, really? Like, come on, man. It's uncivilized fucking little fucks, man.
But now, if I have to really go, I gotta go. But I'll make sure the bathroom, the stall is clean. Lay toilet paper down. I'll make sure I got a wipe with me or something afterwards. So it's not totally too bad. But if I see the place looks like the ECW fucking arena, the bathroom, I'm not going in there. I'll fucking wait.
I could imagine.
Go to the next.
That's foul, bro. It already. Look, I've never been to the ECW arena, but I hear it sound like fucking BO.
Oh, dude, it was fucking. Dude, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. No matter where I was, if I was attending as a fan and sitting in the bleachers, which were, if you were watching on TV, were on the right side of the screen, the brownish features.
That's disgusting, bro.
Or in the back on TV side, where everybody was sitting there with the gray bleachers there. You could still smell the fucking bathroom, because for years until it closed, they never wiped or cleaned the floor.
So they had no fucking janitors there?
It doesn't matter. It was so embedded into the floor. If they were to wipe it, you could throw 50 bottles of Pine Sol on there and leave it. You would smell Pine Sol and piss. But yeah, that's how bad that bathroom was.
And don't get me started on high school, man. They were just as fucking schmeg. You know what I mean?
In high school, that's going to be a given.
Yeah, because they just do it on purpose, just to be fucking clowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even though it's fucking disgusting. But anyway, Zane says in the chat that, Jimmy, it ain't like they were advertising KFC. It doesn't matter, bro.
It's just,
come
I
on,
guess
bro.
it's
You
just,
know, you
right. I guess it's
you
just
come on.
ironic that that would happen to come up
Right,
during
right.
both of them wrestling. I can see the irony.
And what was the other one? They were
What
advertising
stupidity.
Snoop's fucking what was it, whiskey or some shit?
Oh, don't get me started with that fuck.
And again, black wrestlers were in the ring. Look, call it a coincidence, Zane. Look, you're a guy of color, right? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but going by what you say and what you do online, I'm assuming you are. Even you should understand. That's a bit. I don't know, dude. That's like advertising coconuts for the Usos, and then you tell me if that was a coincidence. Do you know what I mean? Look, it could have been a mistake, but WWE kind of does these weird shit. I guess that's the demographic in their eyes. I have no fucking idea.
Unless they just had it on a scrolling timer and it just happened to pop up. Unfortunately.
Twice, though? Twice.
Oh, twice? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, see what I mean? Once it happens once, you can sort of, all right, you'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But when it happens twice, then you're like, yeah, something's not quite right. But anyway, the point was, dude wipes. Thank you for giving me a whole spiel when it comes to dude wipes. That was
You're welcome, Jimmy.
A bit too much, but nevertheless, now I know. That leads us to the. Did I mention Logan Paul wins via Frog Splash and retains his WWE United States Championship? I probably did. Well, anyway, next we move on to the WWE Women's Championship matchup between Io Sky, your champion, and Bayley. And you know what, dude? This possibly could have been one of the show stealers of WrestleMania. Not the show stealer, but both these women worked their butts off, dude.
They did. I was awake. That's a plus. And as much as I do not care for Io Sky, I actually did like the match. I mean, I don't care much for Bayley either, but these two to me kind of clicked and made what they were trying to do in the match look like they meant to do it against one another.
Absolutely.
Bayley,
went hard.
We all knew Bayley was going to win. The only thing I thought that would be different is I expected, and I said this a while back, I expected her to go back to her happy waving tube guy days with the inflatable the things that would wave, those balloon shits.
Right, see, and you're not the only one. Everybody wanted the huggable Bayley back. Do you think they should have done
it? I would have had her switch and do that back. And instead, no, we got whatever she is to be now.
She's the same thing, just a baby face, I guess. I mean, that's it.
Right. But why not have her go back to Happy Hugger Bayley?
I agree to an extent. I can understand why they haven't, and that could be her choice, dude. She may be, you know,
Damage Control was her foot. Well, everybody thinks that Damage Control was WWE or Vince's. No, it was Bayley's choice. She wanted to do that. She took the idea to Triple H, who she wanted in it. They couldn't get because they were injured at the time, the women. So they decided on Dakota Kai and Io Sky because they were available. The rest is history. Was it any good? Out. Not really. I didn't enjoy that run. I mean, I'm liking it more now than it's the Japanese women against Bayley.
Yeah, which is kind of bizarre in itself too, in my opinion. But whatever, it is what it is. But look, these two had a great match. The fans were singing. Zane, stop it! I don't know why you're being a WWE shield, bro. But he goes in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Ring stop.
They were trying to get their UK chants in, and I'm happy those were thwarted. However, it was because they didn't continue. We don't need more hijacking bullshit during matches from marks.
Can I ask you? Because Zane says in the chat, Mike.
What?
Wingstop. He says Wingstop ain't KFC. It's fucking fried chicken, bro. You know what I mean? But whatever. If that's the case, cool. But I feel like he's trying to give WWE the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
But is it not chicken?
Well, you said fried chicken.
Right, it is fried chicken.
Wingstop?
It is. It's fried wings.
Well, yeah, it is. It's fried chicken wings, right?
Right. So.
All right. So I don't know. I'm lost here.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, man. Look, if you want to, if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, it's cool. I'm not saying they're racist. I'm just saying, like, the timing of that shit. That's all. I'm just pointing it out. That's all it is.
Pointing
I
it to
couldn't care
who?
less.
Who you put? I don't give a fuck. Who you pointing it out to?
Right. Exactly. Right. I don't care either. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay, you do that.
I did.
But let's go back to Bailey.
Yes, continue.
I already said my piece, and then you mentioned chicken.
No, because the Zane mentioning chicken, he's still going on in the chat about it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Bailey does win, though, via the Rose Plant, becoming the new WWE Women's Champion. Everybody wants her to be that hugger again. She doesn't seem to be that interested in being the hugger, and I can understand that because that was then, this is now. But, you got to go full circle sometimes. It would have been nice to see her like that, but then she comes across as total fake. Because then what is she going to say to the crowd? Oh, I'm sorry, like I changed for a little bit, but now I'm hugging everybody again. That's kind of weird, bro.
Well, she did kind of say that in the press conference that
not exactly.
She changed, but yes, she said the crowd changed.
Right. She's saying just the crowd changed. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Great match, though. And, Io Sky was a great champion, even though she was hardly noticeable on television. You can forget sometimes that she was the champ. But still, I didn't mind her. She's a great worker in the ring, though, nevertheless. Right, Mike?
Yes.
Anyway. Snoop is in the ring next, though, as we see him, round up some of the celebrities in the front row. He tells everybody that's having a good time to make some noise and announces the attendance as 72,755 before toasting Philadelphia. He asks who's ready for the main event before announcing the two-night total as 145,420, which is kind of funny. But the graphic says 145,298. Oh, that Snoop and his marijuana references was a rascal. Do you think he was a rascal? What a rascal he was.
Huh?
Do you think Snoop was a rascal for saying 420?
Was a rascal?
Yeah.
Well, like Spanky and Alfalfa?
Oh, forget it, Mike. You're too old for this shit, clearly. You don't know what the kids say these days, right?
I don't care what the kids say.
Well, forget I even asked you that question. The point is, Snoop made a 420 reference. I'm sure you know what that is. But really, it's not.
It's after 419.
Yes, 420. There you go. Anyway, he said the official attendance was 145,420 when in reality it was 145,298. And that's that. He just made a little weed reference and cool, haha, funny. And that leaves us to the main event finally.
Thank God, because it's midnight.
Yeah, well, 2 hours for 2 nights, bro. And that is Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for your WWE Universal Undisputed Heavyweight Championship in Bloodline Rules match. And to my surprise, we didn't get what was Bloodline Rules until the last 5 minutes. I feel like they should have just done it. If they're going to do this shit, just do it from the beginning. Wouldn't that make more sense?
I know, and that's why I really didn't want to comment, because everybody else is saying the same fucking thing. But yes.
People think this was the best shit since sliced bread, bro.
Yeah, no, this was fucking terrible. This was really fucking terrible. Never mind the outcome of Cody winning. Because regardless of anything, he was going to fucking win.
Yeah.
I could understand them starting the match off how they did, but they went too long to get to the point of where they did, where all the interference started. I would have went maybe, let's say, 10 minutes. But that 5 minutes until the interference would start, I would make it really fucking heated. Both of them, Cody and Roman, trying to really take their fucking eyes out of their sockets. Then all of a sudden, boom, the fucking interference starts. And who was the first to come out? Jimmy, I guess it was.
Or the Solo.
No, Solo was first.
I think it was Solo, yeah.
No,
I'm
he wasn't.
looking at it.
No.
Wait, let me see.
One of the brothers came out first. The other brother came out and took him out.
I'm just going down my notes to see. I don't remember by memory. I could have sworn I thought it was Solo first. But I'm just
either way it don't matter, because if Solo came out, I think that's maybe when Cena or somebody else came out. So,
yeah, Cena came out after that.
Okay. So no matter who was coming out from the Bloodline, there was somebody on Cody's side to take him out. Okay.
Right.
Rollins got thwarted by
Roman. He looked like an idiot, bro.
Which was fucking fantastic. Because you just
he
see
looked
Rollins
like a fool,
and all of a sudden, boom, he gets knocked the fuck out, right? However, when that all started, that's fine. You asked me, too over fucking booked. You didn't need all those people. You didn't need Undertaker. You didn't need all that interference. I would have just used Jimmy and Jay and Solo, then whoever to take out those two, then fucking boom, Rock comes out. So Rock did come out. And what happened? Nothing. Thumb up his fucking ass. Undertaker comes out, and that ends it. Okay.
How did it make sense that Undertaker came out and it wasn't Stone Cold, man? If you watched
it wasn't Stone Cold, and it didn't need to be Stone Cold just because.
No, it did. If you're gonna go down the line of like who came out, who's gonna outdo who, Stone Cold was the only one that would make total sense to take out The Rock, man.
Maybe Stone Cold didn't want to fucking do it because he's too old.
Whatever the case, then offer him more money. You know what I mean? Everybody has a price, dude.
For me, I'm happy he wasn't there.
Oh, I just didn't like how Undertaker came out and was the one to take out The Rock. But like you said, it was way overbooked.
Well, because he was there already. He was doing his dead man.
I get that. Then leave him. Don't make him come out there. Fuck. It could have been Glacier for Cody or DDP.
I'm happy he wasn't there, and here's the reason why. He would have gotten thwarted anyway. Because when The Undertaker came out, The Rock was thwarted right there. Lights go out, another shit. They went under the ring, whatever it was. The match was continuing.
Right.
Rock should have just fucking stopped, crawled back in the ring, and said, whoa, motherfuckers. This is Bloodline rules. This isn't Cody's rules.
That's true too, but they didn't implement what
interference and bullshit.
Problem is, they didn't say what Bloodline rules even really meant.
I know that, but obviously it's a no DQ because they did say Bloodline rules no DQ in the past.
Well, if it's no DQ, then that makes sense with everybody coming out. But if this was supposed to give Roman the upper hand, it doesn't, because that means Cody can have his fucking.
I know that. And that's when you say Bloodline rules is just for Bloodline only.
Right.
It gets more people that may or may not be with the Bloodline, or the people from the Bloodline who are recovering, to get back in the ring, beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Literally an inch from his fucking life.
Right.
Get the belt, give it to Mama Rhodes, hold Mama Rhodes, make her look at her son getting a fucking beating.
They didn't even do that, dude.
And then have Roman pin Cody.
Oh, no, look, I was happy that Cody finally finished his story. But remember what his shirt said after the match in the press conference? It says the story continues. Well, if The Rock has stripped him of his championship on Raw, right, just say, when they were both feeling each other's dicks, because that's what it felt like. Like, you touch mine if I touch yours.
I'm not getting into that.
How fucking dumb was that shit? That was, and the crowd started chanting.
It was like two boys saying, "You show me mine, I'll show you."
Yeah, literally, bro. And the crowd were chanting, "This is awkward." That's exactly what it was. And if they aren't careful, man, they can make that crowd turn on Cody so much, because on Raw, it was let's suck Cody Rhodes night. Like, let's suck his dick. Like, everybody. From Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, and the Rolex watch. And, man, like, I love Cody, man. I'm a fan of his, but Jesus Christ, man. Keep going like this, and you're going to get the fans turning on him in a heartbeat.
Well, for night 2, okay, and then having Cody lose, well, they didn't do that. So everything I said is a moot point. Instead, they did a celebration. The announcer girl was fucking crying.
It was the Lex Express all over again, Mike. Remember that? When he
Well,
didn't even win?
Dude, you got to remember, this was the 80s typical good guy recipient.
Right. Absolutely. Your white meat babyface. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I agree with you.
You know, you could have had, if I throw a spin at the end, I would have had Triple H fucking pedigree Cody.
Why, though?
Because then you can have Damian Priest come out and cash in.
No. There's no way they were going to have him cash in on.
I'm just saying. They could have done that too.
That belt is too big for him. Like, I think that's what they think anyway.
So he can lose it the next fucking day. Whatever is being done is just being done to stop Cody, Jimmy. Never mind the fucking story.
Right. But you can do that
take
now.
The fucking story, lick my
Okay, wait a minute. Imagine this, all right? Imagine the heat this would generate. If The Rock had stripped him, the people would have turned on The Rock in such a manner, dude. That's heat, all right?
Who gives a fuck? He's
and then
you heel anyway.
Right, exactly. So you want that heat, right? And then all that does is make Cody become that way, that bit more babyface where people are really going to get behind him because he got screwed. Well, ironically, good. Raw this week is in Montreal, Canada. So there's your story right there. And then the story continues, and then comes SummerSlam. That's when he gets his story officially finished, when he faces the final boss in The Rock.
There's no more final boss fucking shit because the final fucking boss just left with his tail between his legs.
But that's right. That's the problem. That's why you should have had The Rock strip him and declare himself as champion because he can.
Yeah, but then what is he going to do? He has to go leave into a movie.
That's okay. That's even more heat, bro.
But then that's still more bullshit like Roman Reigns not fucking wrestling at all.
It doesn't matter. With The Rock, it's more heat. With Roman, this is
why I would have had it done with Damian Priest. Even though Priest could have lost the next day or two, doesn't matter. It stops Cody from doing what he had to do.
Damian Priest ain't ready for a WWE championship run. He's just not, dude.
Dude, I didn't say he has to have a run.
Fine. WWE championship, nah.
I didn't say he has to have a run.
Then?
Huh?
Then when would he drop it then?
Lose it to somebody else who's going to give him a fucking challenge.
Like who?
That's up for them to decide, not me. I'm not fantasy fucking booking. I'm not a mark. I'm just giving a fucking idea. You can't just say that.
You can't just say that without saying, well, then that doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, I can, because I'm providing one way of a fucking solution. That's why.
Well, I'm telling you, if you wanted that way, you could have made The Rock become a total prick. They did mention he's the boss, right? Not just the final boss. He's Cody's boss. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And look where that went. That's why I said to you, he could have done that with Rollins, and that wasn't fucking done.
But why Rollins when he's beef is with Cody though? That doesn't make sense.
Because Rollins is part of that fucking problem.
But he's just a pest, bro. That didn't even actually give him any problems. It does matter to the story.
He did not hold up his end of the bargain against Seth either.
I'm sorry, to me that just doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
But not to me.
Well, that's evident. But it does make sense.
How do you move away? This guy put Cody in a bloody mess. I didn't say
move away. Jimmy, for the love of Jesus and all that is holy.
So then where do you go?
Jimmy, I did not say you move away from it. This is in addition to. This is something else in accord.
You're not explaining it properly.
Huh?
Because you're not explaining it properly because apparently you're not a mark. So without you explaining it, you're not really giving it any context,
Jimmy,
man.
This is part of it. I mean, what's not to understand? This is in addition to it.
But you gotta fucking elaborate a little bit, dude.
What more to elaborate on it? Can I go on about?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't agree with that, but that's what you think. That's cool. I respect that, but I just feel like that makes things way more messy when you don't want it to become messy. When it was already pretty messy at one stage. But anyway, it is what it is. Liz says in the chat, I thought Stone Cold didn't like The Rock, so why would he come? That's exactly the reason why he should have came. He doesn't like The Rock. But no, if you're talking about real life, them two were good friends, man. They, but kayfabe, yeah, sure. They were always rivals because they were both gunning to be, number one at the time. But as far as real life goes, as far as I know, they're not. They love each other, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I don't know what to say about that other than that. But anyway, Mike, let's take it home, dude. That was our little rant. I'm glad we had a rant. But chat, tell us in the chat what you guys think.
I don't consider that a rant. That's just a conversation.
That was a rant of yours. But Mike, if you had to give both,
it's not a rant.
Whatever, Mike. God damn it. But if you had to give this a rating, and I'm combining both nights here since we've done a combined show, what would you give it between A and D or E or F?
B minus.
B minus. Okay. Why is that?
Because it's not a B plus.
Yeah, but what'd you like? What didn't you like? Why does it get a B?
Why does it get a B minus? Well, number one, for the lack of how do I say it? There was nothing too magnificent about it. Everybody will say best produced WrestleMania, highest grossing this, high grossing that. Okay, that's fine. There is nothing that made me want to get excited about this WrestleMania or even watching the matches. It was lackluster. This was just like all the other past WrestleManias for the past 7 years. Except different matches. That's it.
Okay, interesting. So B minus.
And no star power either. No star power.
Oh, come on, man. You had The Rock. Little Wayne looked like a fucking idiot, just quietly, though.
Who?
Little Wayne. You didn't see Little Wayne?
No.
I don't blame you.
Not at all.
He looked like a fucking idiot, man.
Well, you're all right. I don't consider Rock the star power, like celebrity. Why? Because he's wrestling in the match. He's a wrestler, and he's part of it already.
Right, that's to us, but to the casual fan base, I'm pretty sure they look at that as a pretty big
deal. The casual
deal.
Fan base and everything, or for the wrestling fan, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Look, I'm just happy when The Rock is there than when he's not. You know what I mean? It always
probably not going to see him. You're probably not going to see him for at least another year. The same thing with Cena.
I'm hearing he'll be back for SummerSlam, by the way.
Cena may be there another week or two, and then after that, he's gone until, SummerSlam. He leaked it out on McAfee's show.
Right, so he'll be around. He's around a lot more than usual, dude. In the last 10 years,
I know that. I know that, but this is his last run. He's not going to... He wanted to stop when he was about or near 50. He's not doing that now. He said
he's 50, 40. Bro.
No, he's not. He's 47 years old.
He turned 50. He
is 47. Bro. Go back to the McAfee interview.
He's not 47.
He said he's 47. He was going to stop and retire in 3 more years. He's not doing it now. He's calling it early. Go back to the McAfee interview with him on there. There is a separate clip with
He's
Cena.
51, bro. 51.
So why did he say he's 47?
I have no idea. Maybe he was talking about in pretense, but he's still wrestling.
I don't know. He said he's 47 years old. He's not.
He's born.
He's
turning 52 in May, bro.
That is wrong, dude. Because he is younger than me, and I'm gonna be.
That's not wrong. He's not younger than you. He's older than. Dude, he's born May 2nd, 1972, age 51, but pretty much 52. Facts.
Okay.
Look it up. Look it up for yourself.
He said he's 47.
Well, he's tripping. He's 52, man, in May. That is facts. But anyway, doesn't matter. But that's the point.
Either way, he's coming back.
Well, he said he's coming back for SummerSlam. I don't know how long his run will be next, but we'll see. But anyway, that's not the point. We'll see what happens. But for me, I will give both nights an A-. I actually enjoyed the show, but like, look, you know how Vet says, you know, a la carte items and all that? There was a lot of that, right? But I didn't like a lot of the overbooking. That doesn't mean it wasn't good. It was overbooked, including the main event. I just couldn't stand how overbooked that was. And if you're going to overbook it, then do it properly. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's all about Cody and him finishing the story. That's all that mattered. And, you know, so A- for Cody finally finishing his story. But does the story continue? That we're going to have to wait and see what happens.
Will continue, just like the Bloodline will continue.
I don't know about the Bloodline, but
that story's not over.
Apparently Jacob Fatu is signed with WWE, and apparently he's going to be the one running the new Bloodline. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Possibly.
And how that works.
But he can't do it. He can't do it if he's going into NXT. You gotta wait.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know if he's going to debut right off, you know, to NXT, or they throw him. Look, he might do a solo and be in the NXT for a couple of months, and then get quick sort of pushed to the main event. We'll see. But I don't know. Time will tell. Hopefully, all I know is people are all saying that he signed with WWE, but really he signed with Booker's Reality of Wrestling fucking promotion 2 weeks ago. He's already going to sign with WWE. I feel like people are jumping the gun a little bit, Mike.
Right.
He's got one foot in the door, though. I just don't think he's going to debut as quick as everybody thinks.
Who, Fatu?
Yeah.
Everybody wants that, because they know him from the Indies and from MLW.
And that's cool. That's great. I like him too, but is he ready? We don't know.
No, not at all. Well, no, wait. Talent-wise, yes. But we all know that WWE don't care about where you've been. It's you've got to learn our way.
But if your family, there could be exceptions, dude. Sometimes they do that. Not just family, but AJ is a good example. He never went to NXT. You know what I mean? Heck, even the Good Brothers didn't debut on NXT.
Oh, no, he went to the Royal Rumble, AJ.
Right, but stayed on the main roster straight off the belt.
Look at AJ, though, where he was. It was in TNA.
New Japan, TNA, and Ring of Honor. Come on, bro.
Look at Jacob Fatu.
What about him? MLW.
Major League Wrestling.
Hey, the thing is about MLW, they got a guy that used to work for WWE.
It doesn't matter. You know it doesn't matter. That's a minor league promotion. That's a major.
So is Ring of Honor, and so is fucking.
I know that's why I see him
TNA.
going right to NXT and not straight to the main roster.
Right, me too. Oh, look, I don't know, but I don't think he's going to debut as quick as they think. I'm talking about
not as quick, no.
But time will tell. But like I said, A- for me. It felt like WrestleMania. It was hyped like WrestleMania, and I felt like it was one of the better ones since maybe 2015 when Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank. I actually enjoyed that Mania for some reason. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just didn't agree with the overbooking and just some finishes. But again, I'm just gonna watch it just to enjoy it, and I did. I enjoyed it. So there's that. So Mikey, tell them where they can find you, man.
In a van down by the river.
Nice. Is that it?
Yes.
Well, if you want to follow me on the Twitter, you can at DJ MassFX right there. And also at the PWC Network. Like and subscribe at the PWCnetwork.popping.com for all our shows. And please give us a like and a subscribe right here on YouTube, which is also at the PWC Network. Because, hey, man, it does a lot for us. So please, if you can, like and subscribe right here at the PWC Network. Also, channelattitude.com, where $5 not only to get the realest talk, but the best talk in all of pro wrestling. And at mediagroup.popping.com for all our affiliate shows. And that is a wrap from us.
Wait.
What's that?
Forgot something.
Well, say it.
Now, if people want... Well, gee, thank you, Jimmy. I guess I will say it now since you gave the okay.
Wow.
You can follow me if you wish. WrestleMojo on Twitter. I just may or may not answer. With that said, if you want the finest in pro wrestling attire to wear to the ring, it's like everybody is doing in every major pro wrestling promotion in and out of the United States, go to prowrestlingwear.com and hit them up. Also, if you're looking for an energy drink, powdered, you can put in water, put in seltzer, put whatever you want that's liquid. Will not get you jittery at all. Low in caffeine and no crashes. I use it myself, and Jimmy, it's done fucking wonders, especially when I felt like trash. Check out Dubby, D-U-B-B-Y, Dubby Energy. They're on Twitter. They're on Facebook. If you're interested, think you can save between 10 and 15% if you use code WrestleMojo. W or W, rather, not in a New York accent. WRESTLEMOJO. Use it. By Dubby.
Nice. And that's a wrap, Mike? Is that it?
That is it, sir.
Well, in saying that, I am Jimmy T. That is the Wrestling Mojo himself in MediaM5. And you've been listening and watching the PWC WrestleMania XL post-game show right here on the PWC Network. And we're out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Bye, everybody. Be well. And if it feels good, do it more.
You don't know my ID. 나를 검색했다 다친. We still low key, you don't see me when I low key. 넌 몰랐다 다친지. 방심하다 감기 걸려 넌 마스크를 내렸었지. 너의 방식 달지 팍디 우리 마스크들 올려 거위. 손쉽게 여기 벗어나 흔적이 안 남아. 너의 노래 지문도 안 남은 번호를 담아. 내 번호는 폭탄을 날려 321이 우리 잠아. 넌 가져 전화번호 fake shit like 네가 어제 만든 음악. It's only one way up. I don't wanna see your number. 네가 pick up in the caller. 아이들은 너에게 나빠. So gonna ask for our info. Go listen 초독창이 대신 써줘. 신상한 녀석들 프레셔를 김부터 see 줘.
그걸 알지 그게 우리 기 원 뛰었니 우 전화무시 emergency 원 뛰었니 우 텔레파시 다 통하지 원 뛰었니 우 빠라바삐 원 뛰었니 우 다른 애들 무식 떠나다 차단 공공 계속 우리끼리 바빠 이게 달라 그래도 우리 같은 아빠 No time 방에 노는 나빠 Spotlight 우리 들러도 도배 착각 망상 그거 너 자기 속에 Highlight prime time 영원히 같이 okay On time no time 전화 거짓말 okay 아파 소리 갱갱 My time 전화 okay My team truly always Check my profile okay Dancing in the rain 너네 대체 어디 에이 찾아올 수가 없네 마치 내 전화번호 okay
Keep all them off on my radar black mask on my face man I feel like I'm better You dummies I better go get a translator Two languages mix them up like a bartender 어설프게 할 바에 차라리 나는 경안하고 말지 거슬린 새끼들 번호 못 저장해 우리는 조용해 No color ID 너네 생각 우리 생각 나버려 너무 큰 차이 Get out my sight When I like 넌 발음이 구려서 안 통하니까 깨져버린 너의 feelings 나는 원래부터 그냥 chillin' Killing this shit like a villain 이상호 아닌 거 보수시 여자들은 weekend boogie Cooking it up in the basement 이제는 옥상에 movie 절대로 고개 안 숙임 어차피 몰라 난 포기 조심해 널 1300 움직여도 wannabe 싫어해 근데 난 웃을게 1300 움직여도 그냥 웃어버려
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.